On April 23rd, this now empty meadow will be filled with people and live bands at this year's Culture Shock. Culture Shock is an annual music event held by WIUX, the student radio station, that features Bloomington's up-and-coming local bands, several regional bands, and a national headliner. To find out more about the type of work that goes into the event, I spoke to different members of WIUX.
Culture Shock has been around since the 1980s, so it's been around for a long time, and it's definitely changed throughout the years. It started out as just a festival for local bands, and since it has grown over the years to include national and regional acts, and we put it on every year because it's a way to tell people more about the station, and it's a free event, so people from out the community come through, and it's also in the heart of campus because it's located at Dunn Meadow, so people will come throughout the day who've never heard of WIUX before, so it gives them a chance to figure out who we are and what we do. It's a lot of work. I start planning for it in October, and I have to work with agents to figure out which bands are going to be available, and I have to negotiate prices. I usually have a pretty small budget, so I have to work under that, and I have to figure out where to have it. It hasn't always been in Dunn Meadow, so I have to figure out if that's where I want to have it or not.
Most of my job entails posting things to Facebook and Twitter, along with making graphics for the blog and graphics for the website. For Culture Shock this year, we made a poster, and we also are going to have a table next week so people the word kind of gets out, and also we're going to have sunglasses to give out when we're at the actual festival. It's a pretty word of mouth festival. Definitely posters help everywhere. We've been postering pretty heavily. And then online helps too. I found that in years past, online wasn't as important as recently, because everyone's using Facebook. Online promotion is definitely a bigger deal because people will be reminded of it that way.
Culture Shock is really big for WIUX. They spend a lot of time preparing for it. For the station itself, it's a way for WIUX to get involved with the community. It's a way for the community to get involved with WIUX. We get a lot of bands that are from around here and from surrounding areas to come in, and it's a way for basically the community to know WIUX and get a little glimpse of what we do.
The biggest challenges of promoting Culture Shock are generally that the bands are kind of to a lesser known audience, are known to a smaller audience, so that the average person on the street probably isn't going to know who Ty Segall is, probably isn't going to know who Terror Pigeon Dance Revolt is. So a lot of it is not only promoting the festival itself, but promoting the bands themselves and getting them a lot of airplay and stuff on the radio.
We don't have a ton of money. We're just a small radio station, so we have to find someone who's going to be on the cheaper end. We can't get Arcade Fire because that would cost $300,000. So yeah, so we just try to find someone who's pretty much about to blow up. I got Best Coast last year, and she'd only been putting out 7 inches, but there's a lot of buzz on the internet about her, so I thought she would be a good fit. And we got her at a good price. So that was kind of the same thing with Ty Segall. He just signed to Drag City, which is a bigger label than he was on before. And so he's going to be coming out with a new album pretty soon, so there should be more hype surrounding him.
I'm really looking forward to hearing everybody. I know that sounds really ridiculous, but I'm not familiar with most of the people who are playing, so I'm really excited to just hear everybody and what they sound like.
I'm looking forward to Terror Pigeon Dance Revolt. I've heard that they put on a wild show. I've seen some YouTube videos of it, so it should be good.
Ty Segall and Terror Pigeon Dance Revolt, they're supposed to put on a really crazy show. I've heard they go out in the audience and are just completely wild, so that's what I'm looking forward to.